Welcome to the Green Existing Schools web training series hosted by the Center for Green Schools. This module will help you begin planning an indoor environmental quality program for your school or school district. Indoor environmental quality is the nature of the indoor surroundings that affects the health and well-being of building occupants. According to the EPA, Americans spend an average of 90% of their time indoors. As a result, the quality of the indoor environment has a significant influence on health and students' ability to focus and learn in the classroom. For these reasons, it is important that schools and school districts dedicate resources to developing and implementing an indoor environmental quality program. 4 of the key goals of an indoor environmental quality or IEQ plan are to 1. Ensure high-quality indoor air for all occupants. 2. Reduce the use of toxic and harmful materials. 3. Control the source of pollutants. And 4. Lessen noise and improve lighting. Next, we will walk through the steps of developing a successful IEQ program for your school or school district. A successful plan will require a strong team. So first, assemble a working group that includes facilities management, building engineers, procurement specialists, and custodial staff. For an IEQ plan, it is also important to include teachers, school program partners, and students. The working group will first assess existing policies and practices in order to benchmark current conditions. An occupant comfort survey should be conducted to help set priorities for the plan. Additional assessments, such as green cleaning, groundskeeping, and energy, might also be helpful for your efforts. See the topic-specific training modules for the IEQ companion guide for specific survey questions. Once your team is in place and analysis is done on current IEQ conditions and operational practices, the next step is to develop program goals and an implementation plan. You may want to analyze data and research best practices to inform the goals. Consider starting small by piloting your program in a select number of schools or focusing on a few key practices. Now we will walk through each of these program requirement steps in more detail. Keep in mind that it is important to analyze data from your survey, conversations with stakeholders, and research on best practices to determine program priorities. This should be done early in the process to ensure the program ends up aligning with the specific needs of the school. The next step is to establish program goals and determine related indoor environmental practices the school or district will use. Seek to define goals that are realistic and measurable and can be effectively evaluated at the close of the pilot. When developing your plan, consider including sections for the following 6 practices. 1. IAQ management. 2. Environmental tobacco smoke. 3. Green cleaning. 4. Integrated pest management. 5. Indoor chemical and pollutant source control. And 6, products and equipment. For the pilot, you may also select 1 or 2 areas to focus on at the start. A comprehensive IEQ plan will include a management program for indoor air quality. Consider using an existing framework such as I-BEAM or EPA's Tools for Schools program to monitor, track, and improve ventilation and air quality in your building. Your program should also include a green cleaning program to avoid toxic chemical exposure and to reduce negative impacts on the environment. See the green cleaning module for more details on this topic. In addition, it is important to develop requirements for a formal no smoking or tobacco-free campus. An indoor integrated pest management policy or IPM policy should be put in place to reduce the level of exposure that occupants have to toxic chemicals used to kill pests. Your plan might also reference the use of sustainable products and equipment to reduce building contaminants, minimize environmental impact, and reduce noise. Outline a process for tracking purchasing and maintenance costs for these products. Occupant comfort is a critical component to your program because it can facilitate or hinder student and staff attention, mood, and learning. Areas to pay attention include heating and cooling, as well as lighting and glare control on windows. A chemical and pollutant source control policy can be included to limit the introduction of dust, dirt, and other air pollutants into the building from the outset. In addition to these main areas of focus, you may also want to include a separate section that addresses environmental control efforts for facilities, alterations, and repair projects. When conducting facilities work in a school, consideration should be paid to the use of non-toxic materials, as well as how to isolate and clean areas during and after construction, especially if they are in occupied buildings. Your plan will not be complete without a training component. Include detailed training schedules for facilities personnel, procurement specialists, and custodial staff. This should also include school staff and students who have important roles in maintaining the health of the building. Before expanding the program, stop to evaluate the pilot program's successes and challenges. Consider gathering feedback on occupant satisfaction, custodial experiences with new products, technologies, and processes, as well as financial impacts. Once any needed improvements are made, you are ready to officially implement the program. When broadly implementing the IEQ program, solicit feedback from a broader group of stakeholders and develop a process to measure its effectiveness. If your IEQ plan is effective, you should see an improvement in occupant satisfaction and overall health. Now that you have a nice outline to help you develop an indoor environmental quality program, the next step is for you to gather more in-depth information, including sample policies, practices, and plans. You might also seek support from colleagues who have implemented similar programs in their schools or districts. For additional guidance, you can refer to the IEQ Companion Guide that provides more details on the content covered in this training and includes references to useful websites and publications such as the Green Schools, Existing Schools Project Management Guide. Please see centerforgreenschools.org/resources for more Green School toolkits, reports, and trainings. The Center for Green Schools at USGBC has also assembled a network to help answer any questions you might have while acting on the information you learned today. Please send questions to the email address shown here, and we will connect you with peers who can assist you in finding the answers. Thank you for listening today, and best of luck with your Green School initiatives.